Here come the crows. They're all going home to roost.
5 days ago.
Hundreds of them will be coming. See? There's more.
Got ordered 5 days ago. It hasn't come in yet.
No?
No.
Oh, here comes something.
7.
These guys are slow today. And here come more. They come in waves. What's falling asleep? Mm-hmm. That's just a few of them. Hi guys, White Witch 110 here. How was everyone's day? Ours was good. Hubby was busy waxing today, so he's tired. I think he's getting himself a cup of tea. I have a couple of ideas to show you tonight. I know Christmas is over with for last year, but the mind just keeps going. What can I say? Pine cones. Easy enough. Little pine cones. What to do? Something quick. You have company coming, and you want them to know where they're supposed to sit. It's another one of our little place card ideas. Actually, my mom had this. I think was the first ones that she did, if I'm correct. So you go ahead, put all that on there, and Mom used gold because she loved gold, but I love using this sparkle. Fast and easy. These are some of the pine cones that, whoops, that I had brought in, and they were actually closed. And then I watched them open, or listened to them open. I don't think I ever caught them actually opening, but you could hear the crack, crack. I will be telling you some more of the story. So that's really quick. You can put more if you want. Now, again, you can use your old Christmas cards. I have these. And I thought you could use it with the rope or twine, I guess is the proper name. Put it in there. If you know the person's going to be coming every year, I would go ahead and glue it in. But if you didn't like the plain twine, cut it off. If you want to make it pretty. And then you can put a ribbon on it. There, a little bit of Christmas color. And put the person's name. And then, oops. And then very easily drop that in there. Now you could also, if you have little poinsettias, I noticed a lot of the ladies had gone to Michael's and they had $4 grab bags. I remember when a store, White Rose up here, used to have those. Fabulous. So you could put that. But if you're not happy with that, you can buy the little bows and put the little bow on there. That's cute. Really, anything that's small, you could put on it. So I thought that was a fast idea to show you. And then there you would have it. Put that at their place setting. No problem. Now, with the frogs, I did not get any of the squares. And I was hoping last night when we went to Staples, because I remember they had the square blocks at some point, but they don't have them anymore. So, hubby's gonna kill me. I had him cut a lot of these in half so I could use it as a base, but I didn't like the way it looked. Oh yeah, also with these, almost forgot, you get a styrofoam ball, just a bit bigger than this. Cut the styrofoam ball in half, cover it with glitter, and then glue this on top of it. That's really cute too. A little bit of extra. Yeah, I didn't like the way it looked, but I figured for something quick, if you didn't want to spend a lot of time, and you have this, quick and easy, there you go. And then you would have the slit on top, as always, and then put, of course smaller, but put the person's little name tag in there. And then you could put the flower on either side. Or you could, oops, sorry guy. Or you could use that. Would be cool. Or even to put it like this. Here, let's do this. And since these are wooden flowers, I mean, I would even consider painting them. Something to brighten it up, but you can do something like that. Quick and easy. Like I said, just slit the top of it and then place your little card inside there and then drop it down. This would be nice if you're in an apartment like ours and you have a small table and you're maybe, well, in our case, we could only possibly have 2 other people. But if you're cramped for space, That's perfect. It's small enough. So that's another idea. I did have something else I was going to show you, but I will save that for another evening. It is something that my mother has started, or did start, but she didn't complete it. So now that I remember how to complete it, I will do that. I'm just looking down here. See, my mind is going all over the place. You could put that little, whoops. Okay, we'll glue you on now. Like I said, the mind is always going. You put that on there. Pretty cool. Now they had these, oops, let me zoom you out. They had these at work, nice and thick. And I thought, as always, I know it's not Halloween for quite a few months, but I thought that would be a nice base to make a little Halloween scene on. So we'll see if I, oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Sorry about that. Oh, I thought I felt another one, but no. Yeah, this would be a nice base for a Halloween scene. Of course, I don't have any Halloween stuff, but thinking about it, you could get cardstock, cut out some pictures, print them off, of course, or if you have any Halloween magazines that you're not using and they have good stuff in them, cut them out, little figures, and you could make yourself your own little scene. So we'll see if I keep all the ones that I have. I have a few of them, but I need a house for all this stuff. That's for sure. So many ideas and not enough space. So, but if anything, I will keep one, and we'll see how it goes. So, now I will get ready for tonight's stories. I think I just found another use for my corpse. Ha! There you go. Whoops, better unplug the hot glue gun. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. I'm going to put this in the bathroom. Okie dokie. This one place I'm going to tell you about is in Turtle River, Ontario. It is White Otter Castle. Jimmy McAult, I probably am saying that wrong, MCOUAT. I'm terrible at sounding stuff out. Oh, this is a picture that I took. I think that one was at Mud Lake by the water treatment plant. They've got some nice flowers there. If not, then it definitely is the experimental farm. Okay, as we were saying, Jimmy, born in 1855, constructed a 3-story log castle on his own. He was an eccentric hermit. Now, this castle is actually made out of wood. He began to build it in 1903 and completed it in 1914. Jimmy was 60 years old when it was done. Windows for the castle were hauled across 15 portages. Unfortunately, he drowned near the castle in 1918 while fishing. His grave is near the castle. A historic plaque stands outside the home. Tours are given of the home as well. People say there is an eerie presence that is felt in the house within the walls. Jimmy has been at the castle has been seen at the castle as well as on Otter Lake. People speak of bizarre coincidences, but I couldn't find any explanation as to what the coincidences were. During a major renovation to the castle, it took place between 1992 and 1994, and again, coincidences. So it has been a protected site since 1989. That one was quick. Unfortunately, there wasn't much on that. I was hoping to find more. The next one is in Hamilton, Ontario, and that is Albion Falls. It is 62 feet high, located in Red Hill Valley, and it is 59 feet wide. The top of the falls is on Mountain Breaux Boulevard. Rocks from the falls were used in the Royal Botanical Rock Garden in Burlington. Now, legend, it is called Lover's Leap. And the legend says in the 19th century, a young woman, Jane Riley, flung herself to the bottom because of a disappointed love affair. Her and the man she was in love with, Joseph, who was well off, would meet at the falls. Now, her being poor and him being rich, his mother refused to accept any type of marriage between them. Jane had gone to meet him one afternoon, and she found him speaking to a well-known prostitute from town. Now, apparently, he was asking advice to the prostitute in regards to his relationship with Jane. But Jane, peering over and seeing him in an embrace with her, never gave him the chance to explain why and what was going on. Jane continued to go to the falls, hoping that it would ease the pain that she felt. And when it didn't, she flung herself over the edge, and her body was found September 4th, 1915. And it is said that every evening, when the moon is full, you can hear her crying. That's so sad. Very sad. Okay, another one here. Merton Tunnel in St. Catharines, Ontario. It is also known as the Blue Ghost Tunnel and the Grand Trunk Railway Tunnel. It was built in 1876 between the 18th and 19th locks of the Welland Canal. It is built of Queenston limestone, and is 713 feet in length. Men with pickaxe and shovels carved out the tunnel with the help of horses. Harry Eastwood was the last engineer to take a train through the tunnel in 1915. After it was closed to trains, farmers used this for bringing their livestock through in bad weather. In 2007, the tunnel was sealed. In 1875, a 14-year-old boy was crushed by a rock. January 3rd, 1903, at 7:03 a.m., 2 firemen on trains that collided were killed. 107 men in total died during the building of the tunnel and the Welland Canal. People investigating the tunnel have seen a blue mist that they claim to be the spirits of the firemen, while others claim that it is some of the men who were killed while building. Also, a ghost dog is known to be seen around the area as well. In the 1920s, a nearby cemetery was flooded, so some people also believe that these blue mists are the souls of those people. In 2009, remains were found when the water level dropped. Kind of eerie, I would say. Let's go with this one too. Drummond Hill Cemetery in Niagara Falls, Ontario. The first person to be buried there was John Birch in 1799. It is a heritage site, and Laura Secord is buried there. She was involved in the War of 1812. It is said she walked 20 miles to inform the British of the American attack. I'll mention more about Laura on another vlog. Niagara Parks Commission had jurisdiction until 1910. Then it was transferred to the City of Niagara Falls in 1996. So there's a section there where nobody really had it. Visitors have seen soldiers walking among the tombstones. Black shadows have been witnessed by groups leaving the cemetery as part of tours. As quickly as they are seen, they disappear. Soldiers are also seen limping across the field, then they disappear. 5 soldiers have been seen dressed in Royal Scots uniforms. Others are seen walking up the hill into battle, dressed in British redcoats. It's also been reported 3 soldiers make their way to the old Lundy House. Sounds of boots running are sometimes heard, and also the faint yelling of men in battle is heard. Now we'll go to the story. We are picking it up. Well, let's see, the first thought was how to explain their presence. Oh yes, they thought that the gentleman in the wide brim hat would see them standing in his house, his cabin. The 2 looked at each other with an unheard question. Then just for a second, the man in the wide brim hat turned as if he sensed something. Archie and Laurie held their breath. The man turned and continued his chores. The woman emerged from a room to the left. Laurie could feel the woman knew they were there, but did not react. Moments later, Archie and Laurie were back in the open space. "What was that?" Archie asked. Laurie did not have an answer. At dinner, they watched out the window. All they seen was mountains and the creek. Had it been a shared dream while awake? Any answer they had did not make sense. The next morning they dressed and went out to the spot. Each stood where a cabin had been. Once again, Archie found himself in a room, but not the same one. Laurie, on the other hand, was in the same room. The aroma of maple oatmeal was strong. The woman was at the hearth. A large cast iron pot was set to the side of the fire. The woman turned. Laurie held her breath. Slowly, the young woman walked towards her. Her hand was stretched out in front of her. Laurie took a step back and found herself back in the opened air. Turning towards where she had last seen Richie, he wasn't there. Thinking he had gone back into the house, she turned and began walking. "Hey!" Laurie heard and turned. It was Archie. She inquired as to where he had come from. He insisted he hadn't gone anywhere. He had been standing in the same spot until a child acknowledged his presence. Laurie's eyes widened. Had there been a catastrophe while they slept? Were they the ghosts? No, couldn't be. Putting their minds at ease, they traveled into town for supplies. Everyone greeted them, so unless the entire area had been lost to some kind of disaster, they were alive. Driving home, the couple was quiet. Supplies packed away, they found themselves at the window once more. Nothing paranormal came up with internet searches. The following morning, Laurie left a note for Archie. I'm hopefully going back to the cabin. I need to speak with that woman. Archie was alarmed when he read the note. Peering out at the window, only one cabin was visible. Whoops. Sorry about that. Okay. Now I just have to find the other. This is what happens when you put stuff in between. Okay. He needed to be sure she was safe. Laurie stood still. The man in the hat sweetly kissed the woman's cheek and left. Clearly this time he felt nothing. Moments later, the young woman turned round from the fireplace. Hello? She softly called out. I know you're here. Laurie attempted to answer, but could not find her voice. She felt the words in her throat, her mouth formed them, but nothing came out. Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. The woman continued. Jeb knows you're here, but he ignores the feeling. My name is Christine. Christine's eyes searched the room for a sign. Laurie reached out as the young woman passed. Christine stopped and smiled. So there you are. In that moment, the woman seemed to connect. Now maybe they both would have answers to their burning questions. Laurie's foot left the floor to step forward, and she was in the open air again. Archie had been waiting, unable to get inside the cabin. He grabbed Laurie and hugged her tight. She explained what had transpired and gave him the names she had learned. Though without the last name, they couldn't be traced. Laurie spoke with Archie over dinner. It seemed the moment her foot had lifted, it broke the spell, or whatever it was. Archie was anxious to get back inside for answers. He wanted to try tonight. I think we'll leave it right there. I better mark that so I know where I am. So thank you for coming by again this evening. Greatly appreciate it to all my loyals. Love you all very much. Anybody passing through, please do check out my other videos. See if there's anything there you like. If there is, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I will get back to you. Share it out if you think there's anything someone would be interested in. Be greatly appreciated. If you're considering subscribing, please do. And touch that notification bell so that you'll know when I upload. Everyone, have a great rest of your evening. And have a terrific Thursday. One more step to Friday. And we have a 3-day long weekend coming up. I am so happy about that. Be nice to relax for 3 days. So, until tomorrow night. And the rest, I think I'll read you a bit more of the story tomorrow night. So until then, ciao for now.